In this video, we'll explore the timeless wisdom of The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho, a novel that has inspired millions worldwide with its powerful messages on pursuing one's dreams, understanding fate, and listening to one's heart. We'll break down each part of Santiago's journey, beginning with the prologue and moving through parts 1 and 2, and concluding with the epilogue, revealing the spiritual and philosophical lessons woven into his quest. Through this narrative, we'll uncover the insights Santiago gains about courage, resilience, and destiny, and learn how these lessons apply to our lives. Join us as we dive into Coelho's world of omens, the soul of the world, and the pursuit of one's personal legend. Prologue. In the prologue of The Alchemist, Paulo Coelho introduces a thought-provoking retelling of the Greek myth of Narcissus, offering readers an initial glimpse into the novel's themes of self-discovery, reflection, and the deep relationship between individuals and the world around them. Unlike the traditional telling, where Narcissus tragically drowns in admiration of his own beauty, Coelho's version shifts focus to the lake into which Narcissus falls. Here, the lake mourns Narcissus not because of his beauty, but because it misses seeing its own reflection in his eyes. This subtle change lays the groundwork for the book's introspective journey, inviting us to think about how people search for identity, not solely by looking outward, but by reflecting inward through relationships with others. The first lesson we derive from the prologue is about the importance of self-reflection. Narcissus's beauty, though initially seen as self-centered, reflects the lake's appreciation for its own beauty when seen through Narcissus's gaze. Coelho seems to suggest that personal identity and self-understanding often emerge when we see ourselves reflected in others, be it through their reactions, judgments, or admiration. By starting the novel with this story, Coelho subtly points out that, like the lake, we find a part of ourselves in those we connect with, which helps us better understand who we are. Another lesson that arises from the prologue is about the dangers of misinterpreting self-love. Traditional readings of Narcissus focus on the perils of vanity and self-obsession, often condemning Narcissus for caring only about his own reflection. In Coelho's retelling, however, this theme is softened, almost redefined. It suggests that there is value in self-love, as long as it's balanced and doesn't isolate us from the world. Narcissus, while absorbed in himself, provides a mirror to the lake, inadvertently helping it appreciate its own beauty. This reimagined tale nudges us to reconsider self-love as a positive force when balanced with outward awareness and appreciation for others. The prologue also introduces the idea of interconnectedness, a recurring motif throughout The Alchemist. By changing the focus from Narcissus's narcissism to the lake's reflection, Coelho shifts the narrative to explore how beings and environments are tied together, often in unspoken ways. The lake's relationship with Narcissus demonstrates that connections, even seemingly superficial ones, play a vital role in shaping our understanding of ourselves. This hints at the novel's theme of a universal soul, or the soul of the world, emphasizing that each individual is part of a larger whole, influenced by and influential upon those around them. Another significant lesson is about perspective and interpretation. By retelling the myth from the lake's viewpoint, Coelho encourages readers to consider different perspectives in understanding the truth. The lake's reaction suggests that reality is subjective and often depends on one's viewpoint. While the Narcissus myth traditionally condemns self-love, the lake's sadness at losing its mirror challenges this view. This reinterpretation teaches us that understanding and compassion often come from stepping into others' perspectives, a theme Santiago will encounter on his journey as he meets characters who help him see the world in new ways. In addition, Coelho's prologue foreshadows the novel's exploration of the value of intangible treasures. Narcissus's gaze on the lake creates a priceless reflection, an emotional connection that no physical object could replicate. Through this lens, Coelho suggests that the treasures worth seeking may not be material at all, but found in meaningful connections and self-discovery. This theme is central to Santiago's journey, as he eventually realizes that wealth isn't measured solely in gold or jewels, but in experiences and personal growth. Another powerful lesson from the prologue is the role of loss in self-discovery. The lake only realizes the value of Narcissus's gaze once it's gone, reminding us that absence and loss can deepen our understanding of what we cherish. This theme reappears in Santiago's journey, where he must let go of certain attachments to discover his true purpose. Coelho seems to argue that understanding our desires and aspirations may sometimes require moments of loss, as they lead us to look inward and rediscover our priorities. The prologue also hints at the idea of finding beauty in simplicity. Narcissus's appreciation of his own reflection may appear vain, but it also highlights the inherent beauty of the lake. Coelho suggests that sometimes we overlook the simple wonders around us, like the lake, because we take them for granted. This appreciation of the beauty in simplicity becomes a guiding principle for Santiago, who learns to recognize and appreciate the subtle signs and omens in the world around him as he searches for his personal legend. Finally, the prologue prepares readers for the novel's central theme, the pursuit of one's personal legend. By opening with a story that challenges traditional ideas of self-reflection and fulfillment, Coelho sets the stage for a story that redefines what it means to follow one's dreams. Santiago's journey mirrors this lesson, as he is guided by a deeper calling to understand himself and his place in the world. Through the lake and Narcissus, Coelho invites us to look beyond superficial desires, urging us to seek a meaningful, purposeful life in pursuit of our unique dreams. Together, these lessons form a thoughtful and layered beginning to The Alchemist, one that establishes the themes of introspection, connection, and purpose that Santiago will explore in his transformative journey. Part 1. In Part 1 of The Alchemist, we are introduced to Santiago, a young shepherd living in Andalusia, Spain. Santiago's life seems simple at first glance. He enjoys the freedom of wandering with his sheep, sleeping under the stars, and meeting new people. However, Santiago is restless and has recurring dreams about a treasure hidden near the Egyptian pyramids. This dream ignites a sense of purpose within him, and he decides to seek its meaning. This opening chapter speaks to the universal experience of longing for more in life, a calling or purpose that often feels out of reach yet impossible to ignore. Through Santiago, Coelho introduces us to the theme of following one's personal legend, which represents a person's true calling or path in life, inviting readers to reflect on their own unfulfilled dreams and desires. One of the key lessons we learn in Part 1 is about listening to our inner voice. Santiago initially doubts his dreams, feeling uncertain about leaving his comfortable life for something as uncertain as treasure hunting. However, he visits a gypsy fortune teller who encourages him to pursue his dream, interpreting it as a sign from the universe. Despite his skepticism, Santiago chooses to trust his intuition and follow his heart. This teaches us that the journey to fulfillment often begins with paying attention to our own inner voice and honoring the ideas that spark our curiosity, even when they seem strange or impractical. Coelho suggests that listening to these feelings is the first step to discovering our destiny. Another crucial lesson from Part 1 is the importance of courage in pursuing one's dreams. Santiago faces the daunting prospect of leaving everything he knows, including his sheep and his familiar surroundings, to journey into the unknown. This decision requires significant courage, a recurring theme in Coelho's work. The novel reminds us that fear often holds us back from realizing our full potential, and that courage is essential in overcoming it. Santiago's choice to embark on his journey despite his fears serves as a powerful example of how bravery can propel us forward and unlock opportunities that would otherwise remain hidden. In his journey, Santiago meets Melchizedek, the king of Salem, who shares valuable wisdom about pursuing one's personal legend. Melchizedek explains that everyone has a personal legend, but not everyone is brave enough to pursue it. He tells Santiago about beginner's luck, a phenomenon where the universe seemingly supports individuals who are just beginning their journey. This encouragement helps Santiago feel as though the universe is on his side. Melchizedek's role highlights the importance of mentors and guides in our lives. They may not walk the entire journey with us, but but their wisdom can inspire us to take the first step and assure us that we are not alone on our path. An essential theme in this part is also the concept of omens. Melchizedek gives Santiago 2 stones, Urim and Thummim, which he can use to read omens and make decisions when he is in doubt. The stones symbolize the signs and clues that guide Santiago on his journey. By paying attention to omens, Santiago learns to trust the process, understanding that every event, no matter how small, has a purpose in guiding him toward his goal. This serves as a reminder that life provides us with signs if we are open to noticing them. Paulo encourages readers to look beyond the obvious and see the subtle ways in which life communicates with us, urging us to be aware of and responsive to these signs. Part 1 also emphasizes the theme of self-discovery through action. Santiago's life as a shepherd is relatively peaceful, but it doesn't satisfy his desire for adventure and purpose. His decision to sell his flock of sheep and embark on his journey teaches us that personal growth often requires taking bold action. By stepping out of his comfort zone, Santiago starts discovering aspects of himself he had never known. This lesson is particularly relevant for readers, as it reminds us that self-discovery is an active process, requiring us to make choices and take risks. As Santiago begins his journey, he experiences setbacks, including being robbed of all his money upon arriving in Tangier. This experience tests his resolve and could easily discourage him from continuing his journey. However, instead of giving up, Santiago learns to adapt to his new circumstances, finding work with a crystal merchant to earn enough money to continue his quest. This part of the story highlights resilience and the importance of persistence. Santiago learns that challenges are inevitable, but must be faced and overcome rather than used as an excuse to abandon one's dreams. Paulo uses this incident to remind readers that setbacks are part of the journey and can be opportunities for growth and learning. The crystal merchant, who employs Santiago, becomes a significant figure in the young shepherd's life. Through their conversations, we learn that the merchant also has dreams, but he has been too afraid to pursue them. The merchant dreams of visiting Mecca, but fears leaving the life he knows. His story provides a counterpoint to Santiago's, showing the dangers of succumbing to fear and inertia. Santiago's decision to move forward with his quest contrasts with the merchant's hesitation, illustrating that inaction can lead to regret and stagnation. This part reminds us that failing to pursue our dreams can result in a life filled with unfulfilled potential and lingering what-ifs. Moreover, Santiago's time with the crystal merchant serves as a lesson in the power of perseverance and creativity. Santiago suggests new ideas to help increase the crystal shop sales, such as displaying crystal glasses on the street and selling tea in crystal cups. These ideas significantly boost business, showing that creative thinking and a willingness to innovate can lead to unexpected rewards. This experience also reflects Coelho's message that following one's dreams often involves hard work, adaptability, and the willingness to try new approaches. Santiago's creativity and persistence underscore the idea that progress requires us to keep moving forward and embracing change. Through Santiago's journey in Part 1, Paulo introduces readers to the theme of universal support in achieving one's dreams. Melchizedek's words, "When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it," resonate with Santiago as he overcomes initial obstacles. This theme suggests that the universe is actively supporting each person's journey to self-discovery and fulfillment, reinforcing the notion that we are all connected to a larger force. It encourages readers to trust that their efforts and intentions will be met with support, even if that support sometimes appears in unexpected or challenging ways. In conclusion, Part 1 of The Alchemist establishes the foundation for Santiago's journey, highlighting the significance of courage, resilience, guidance, and the belief that we are all on a unique path to fulfilling our dreams. Santiago's encounters with the gypsy, Melchizedek, and the crystal merchant teach us valuable lessons about the importance of taking risks, heeding the call to adventure, and recognizing the signs that guide us. This section of the novel encourages readers to confront their fears, trust in life's mysterious signals, and have the courage to embark on their own journey towards self-discovery and purpose. Santiago's first steps serve as a reminder that the path to our personal legend is both challenging and rewarding, but above all, deeply transformative. Part 2. In Part 2 of The Alchemist, Santiago's journey intensifies as he crosses into the unfamiliar landscapes of North Africa. Unlike Part 1, which focuses on Santiago's initial dreams, the advice from Melchizedek, and the symbolic sacrifices he makes to pursue his treasure, Part 2 dives deeper into Santiago's trials and the internal growth he experiences. Upon arriving in Tangier, Santiago quickly faces the harsh reality of losing his money to a thief, leaving him stranded in a foreign land. This early setback teaches him a significant lesson about trust and self-reliance. He realizes that he has to move forward with his journey without succumbing to bitterness or regret. This incident symbolizes a spiritual cleansing, where Santiago sheds his dependence on material wealth, forcing him to rely on his inner strength and resilience. Following his loss, Santiago finds work at a crystal shop, where he learns practical lessons about patience, innovation, and humility. He offers to clean the crystal glassware to attract more customers, illustrating his ability to adapt and contribute value, even in a field he is unfamiliar with. This period in the crystal merchant shop introduces the lesson of incremental progress. Small actions, like cleaning glass, can lead to larger opportunities. Santiago also suggests the merchant adopt new business ideas, such as serving tea in crystal glasses, which boosts sales and profits. His creativity here highlights the importance of innovation and taking calculated risks to improve one's circumstances, a recurring theme throughout the novel. Santiago's time at the crystal shop emphasizes that progress and change require both effort and a willingness to challenge tradition. During his time in Tangier, Santiago learns another vital lesson about personal motivation and ambition. While he is tempted to stay at the crystal shop indefinitely due to the steady income, he eventually realizes that material security is not his ultimate goal. His encounter with the merchant, who has long dreamed of a pilgrimage to Mecca but has never pursued it, brings Santiago face to face with the reality of unrealized dreams. The merchant serves as a cautionary figure who symbolizes the dangers of complacency and fear of change. This lesson reinforces Santiago's desire to continue his journey, even though the path is uncertain, reminding readers of the importance of following one's heart rather than settling for comfort and routine. Another key theme in Part 2 is Santiago's discovery of the language of the world. Through his observations, he learns to communicate with people despite language barriers, and he realizes that there are universal signs guiding him. His budding understanding of this language represents his growing awareness of the interconnectedness of all things. The concept of a universal language teaches the reader about the value of intuition and open-mindedness. Santiago's journey shows that by being attuned to one's surroundings and emotions, individuals can access wisdom and guidance beyond words. This theme encourages the reader to look beyond superficial differences and to seek commonalities in human experience. Part 2 of this book also delves into Santiago's increasing reliance on omens as he learns to read signs from the universe. Coelho uses omens as metaphors for intuition and inner guidance, suggesting that life constantly offers subtle clues that can help steer us toward our true purpose. For Santiago, omens serve as a compass that keeps him focused on his path. For example, the appearance of Urim and Thummim, stones he received from Melchizedek that answer yes or no questions, reminds Santiago that he is not alone, even when faced with uncertainty. The lesson here is one of faith, that when one is truly aligned with their purpose, the universe provides direction. This belief helps Santiago overcome moments of doubt and affirms that there is a higher force working in harmony with his journey. Santiago's decision to leave the crystal shop and resume his quest for the treasure underscores the novel's emphasis on perseverance. Despite his success in Tangier, he remains committed to finding the treasure near the Egyptian pyramids, displaying a determination to see his journey through. Coelho portrays Santiago's choice as an act of courage, showing that true commitment to one's goals often involves leaving behind the security of what is known and familiar. Santiago's departure teaches the importance of sacrifice and the willingness to give up temporary comforts for long-term fulfillment, which many readers can relate to when faced with big decisions in life. Santiago also encounters people along the way who embody both obstacles and guidance, including a young Englishman who is also seeking wisdom and truth. This character introduces Santiago to the concept of alchemy, which represents the transformation of the ordinary into the extraordinary. The Englishman's fascination with alchemy sparks Santiago's curiosity about the deeper purpose of his journey. Through their interactions, Santiago learns that knowledge alone is not enough. One must also experience life to gain true understanding. This lesson highlights the idea that learning is a balance of intellectual knowledge and lived experience, a duality that Coelho presents as essential to achieving personal transformation. As Santiago's understanding of alchemy deepens, he begins to see parallels between his life and the alchemical process. Just as base metals undergo a transformation into gold, Santiago recognizes that he, too, is being transformed through his experiences. This insight teaches him that the journey itself is as valuable as the treasure he seeks. Coelho emphasizes that personal growth often involves metaphorical melting and refining processes, which may be uncomfortable but ultimately lead to enlightenment and self-discovery. For readers, this serves as a reminder that setbacks and challenges are integral to the journey of self-actualization. In Part 2, Santiago's bond with nature grows stronger, especially as he travels with a caravan across the desert. He learns to respect the natural world, understanding that it holds wisdom that transcends human concerns. The desert, with its vastness and silence, becomes a symbol of both solitude and profound connection. Santiago realizes that nature's rhythms and cycles mirror his inner journey, teaching him about resilience and patience. This bond with nature reinforces one of the novel's central messages, that harmony with the world and an appreciation for its beauty are crucial to understanding one's place in the universe. Ultimately, Part 2 of The Alchemist emphasizes the idea that life is a continuous journey of learning, growth, and transformation. Santiago's struggles, discoveries, and the wisdom he gains from his encounters serve as reminders of the importance of following one's dreams with perseverance and faith. The experiences he goes through in this part of the novel challenge his beliefs and expand his understanding of the world, preparing him for the final stages of his quest. Part 2 underscores the importance of adaptability, courage, and trust in the journey itself, showing that the true treasure is not simply the end goal, but the wisdom and personal growth gained along the way. Epilogue. In the epilogue of The Alchemist, we reach the final moments of Santiago's journey, where he ultimately uncovers the treasure he has been seeking throughout his adventure. The epilogue serves as a profound conclusion, wrapping up Santiago's spiritual journey and reinforcing the key messages and symbolism Coelho has threaded throughout the novel. Santiago has returned to the old abandoned church where his journey began and, in a surprising twist, realizes that the physical treasure was hidden there all along. This revelation underscores a powerful lesson. Sometimes, the answers we seek are closer than we realize, yet we need to undertake a journey to understand and appreciate their value fully. The first lesson here is the importance of personal growth and self-discovery. Santiago's journey across deserts and foreign lands was essential not only for him to find the treasure, but also for him to discover his true self. By revisiting the church, he symbolically returns to his origins as a changed person, carrying with him the wisdom, courage, and insights he gained along the way. This highlights how the search for material wealth or success often becomes secondary to the inner transformations that occur when we pursue our dreams. Another key message in the epilogue is about resilience and faith. Santiago's journey was filled with numerous setbacks and obstacles, yet he continued despite the challenges. In the end, his unwavering belief in his personal legend is what guided him back to the treasure. This teaches us that perseverance is crucial, especially when our dreams appear distant or when others doubt us. Coelho emphasizes that faith in ourselves and our vision is fundamental to achieving true fulfillment. The epilogue also explores the theme of interconnectedness and the idea of the soul of the world, a concept that appears throughout Santiago's journey. Santiago learns that by following his heart and seeking his treasure, he has become part of a larger universal story, where every person, animal, and element is interconnected. His realization that the universe has been guiding him underscores the importance of trusting in a higher power or destiny, which plays a significant role in leading us toward our purpose. Furthermore, the epilogue touches on the concept of gratitude and humility. After finding the treasure, Santiago feels a deep sense of thankfulness for every person and event that shaped his path. Each character he met, the gypsy, the crystal merchant, and the alchemist, contributed to his growth. Santiago's gratitude highlights the importance of valuing the people and experiences that shape us, even when they challenge us or seem inconsequential. This reminds us to be mindful of the journey itself, rather than solely focusing on the destination. Additionally, the epilogue reinforces the lesson of letting go of material desires. Santiago's journey for treasure may seem materialistic at first, yet it ultimately reveals spiritual fulfillment rather than mere wealth. His understanding that the treasure was within his reach all along emphasizes that true happiness lies not in what we possess, but in the richness of our experiences, relationships, and the knowledge gained from following our dreams. This realization encourages readers to focus on internal fulfillment over external riches. In this final chapter, Paulo also illustrates the transformative power of love. Santiago's love for Fatima gave him the strength to pursue his journey despite the sacrifices required. His journey teaches us that love should inspire, rather than hinder, our pursuit of purpose. True love, Paulo suggests, encourages us to become the best version of ourselves and pursue our dreams fearlessly, knowing that it will only strengthen the bond with our loved ones. Another lesson in the epilogue is about self-trust and intuition. Throughout his journey, Santiago learns to trust his instincts, and in the end, it is his intuition that helps him realize the location of the treasure. This affirms the importance of listening to our inner voice, which often leads us to truths that logic alone cannot reveal. Paulo suggests that by tuning into our intuition, we become more attuned to the guidance offered by the universe. Santiago's final realization also speaks to the unpredictability of life. When he started his journey, he could never have anticipated the trials, revelations, and encounters he would experience. This unpredictability teaches us to embrace the unknown and accept that life's path is rarely straightforward. Paulo encourages us to be open to life's twists and turns, understanding that they are necessary for our growth and ultimate success. Finally, the epilogue serves as a reminder of the cyclical nature of journeys. Santiago's quest has come full circle, bringing him back to the place he began, but he is not the same person he was when he left. Paulo suggests that life's journeys often bring us back to our roots, but with a new understanding and appreciation for what we once took for granted. Santiago's journey reminds us that sometimes we must travel far and face challenges to truly appreciate the value of what lies close to us. And in doing so, we fulfill our own personal legends. As we conclude this journey through The Alchemist, we're reminded of the timeless message that resonates at the heart of Santiago's adventure: the power of pursuing our personal dreams with faith, resilience, and openness to life's signs. Coelho's story teaches us that, while the road to our personal legend may be filled with challenges, every step is essential to finding our true purpose. By daring to follow his dreams, Santiago discovers not only his treasure, but also a deeper connection to himself and the world around him. Let's take these lessons with us as a reminder to embrace our journeys fully, listen to our hearts, and trust that the universe is always guiding us toward our purpose. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you feel inspired to pursue your own personal legend.